right. Welcome back to BigfootFlix. Nick, the only show where the host still gets blurry in HD.
Thanks for having me. I had to wade through 3 avalanches and a goat yoga retreat to get here.
That's what I call dedication. Folks, today we're going deep, Pagan, into the snow, the myths, and maybe even our feelings.
All right, guys, make sure you don't skip this and put your headset on.
Honest, do you ever get tired of hiding? Like, don't you ever want to just walk into a coffee shop and order a mocha without someone screaming?
Yeah, sometimes. But I feel like the second I do, I'll end up on someone's TikTok with 1 million views before I even get my coffee.
All right. You ever think of leaving the mountains? Or is solitude part of the Yeti deal? Well, only when the Wi-Fi goes out. But nah, the quiet keeps me sane. Cities make me shed fur. Be honest, how's the U.S. treating a giant white ape like you? Better than Everest or just warmer with more snack options?
Well, definitely warmer. Way more snack options. Still not used to people asking if I'm in a costume, though. Be honest, are you confused by the U.S., or are we just built different?
A little confused, yeah. One state's freezing, the next one's on fire, and somehow everyone still argues about pizza. You're telling me you actually enjoy pineapple on pizza? Hey, that was one experimental bite in Oregon. I was emotionally vulnerable and the crust was gluten-free.
Anyway, let's not get canceled by the entire country of Italy. So, how do you stay cool in Miami with all that fur, huh?
I walk into any air-conditioned building and pretend I'm a shag rug display. Humans just think I'm part of the interior design.
Stormtrooper just hides in plain sight because people think he's cosplaying.
Me? I sneeze in the woods and make front-page news. Humans love a mystery, but they gossip more than mountain winds. One blurry photo and I'm dating the Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah, humans are wild. One minute they fear you, next minute you're a meme, wearing sunglasses.
Do you ever wish you had stayed hidden? Just full hermit mode?
Yeah, kinda. But hey, someone's got to explain memes to raccoons. They say slay now. It's wild.
Bro, last week a squirrel hit me with no cap. I'm still recovering. Like, what is even that?
Gen Z talks like they're casting spells, man. It's like, no cap, that fit is fire, you know? It slaps, low key. It's given slay? I thought someone got hurt.
Okay, but like, what else do these Gen Z wizards say? Hit me with the weirdest one. Okay, brace yourself. No cap means no lie. Riz is flirting Sade. I thought it was a Pokemon move.
Whoa. Are you sure these aren't code words for a jungle uprising? Because I'm ready to riz up a rebellion if needed.
Oh.
Easy, Che Guevarilla. Riz just means flirting, not starting a coup. Though honestly, your vibe is kind of revolutionary.
I was wondering, can I still use Gen Z slang, or is there an age limit, like a vibe checkpoint?
Bro, you say vibe check like you just discovered fire. Gen Z isn't going to cancel you, guy. You're one of them right now.
What? No, absolutely not. I still pay bills, fear cholesterol, and read manuals. I am not Gen Z. Well, yeah? And yet you just said vibe check with your whole chest. Welcome to the tribe, Grandpa Slay. Okay, fine. I give up. Gen Z wins. I'll just nod and pretend to understand. Besides, I'm afraid my nephew will cancel me.
Good, now that your brain's rebooting, let's talk about something simpler.
Oh my God, I'm always afraid of being invited to a podcast.
Late, Ted. You're already on one. And guess what? By law, if 2 cryptids talk for more than 10 minutes, the government starts listening. Wait, what? Are we being tracked right now? I knew that squirrel outside was acting weird. He winked at me twice.
Facts. If the government cared, they'd send someone more intimidating than a squirrel. Like a raccoon in a suit.
Please, dude, don't joke! I still have nightmares about the one that asked for my passport.
Well, that's okay, dude. Trust me, as long as you are not ending up in a mugshot session.
Dude, you're terrible at calming someone down when they're panicking. I think I should avoid all photo shoots.
Well, you know, it's not easy being a legend. People always want pictures.
Tell me about it. The flash photography is murder on my eyes.
You think that's bad? At Comic-Con, they thought I was just a guy in a good Bigfoot costume. Please tell me you at least charged them. Free photos are how they get you. Don't worry. I charge them more than the Jedi. Speaking of, you ever wondered if Chewbacca pays taxes? Yeah, right. The guy can't even find a shirt, let alone an accountant.
Is he really not talking?
Yo, dude, stop it.
What?
Is that too dangerous?
Well, I'll cut that part. Unless the producers want a controversial podcast.
We have producers? Oh. Okay, seriously, cut that part.
Okay, you ever hear the real Chewbacca story?
What real story? Well, that can't speak galactic basic thing? Total PR stunt, dude. He's got a perfect British accent, just doesn't want to do interviews.
Whoa, that's insane. Why would he hide something like that? And why am I only hearing this from you?
Because I know people, dude, and by people, I mean one drunk Ewok at a bar. Best gossip you'll ever get for the price of a pint.
And this Ewok dude wasn't just making stuff up? Because trusting you on gossip is already a leap of faith.
Trust me, dude, Jagged, at least until a stormtrooper takes off her helmet.
Women in a stormtrooper army?
Well, just wait, dude. My episode with a real stormtrooper drops next week. You're going to rethink everything you know about the Empire.
All right, I'm listening, dude. What's the stormtrooper gossip? Oh, I could tell you, dude, but you might start liking stormtroopers.
Not a chance, dude.
Well, we'll see, dude. We'll see. Fun fact, under all that armor, most of them aren't even clones anymore. Seriously, dude. So what? They're just regular people playing laser tag? That actually makes them way less scary. Less scary? Dude, they've got training, blasters, and no sense of humor, Calais. That's terrifying. Yeah, well, their aim's so bad, I've seen Ewoks dodge better shots in their sleep.
Secret skills, dude. They miss on purpose. It's all part of the plan to make you underestimate them.
It's more like a bad excuse than a master plan, dude. Like when I say I'm dieting, but really just want cake. All right, dude, enough talk. Just watch the podcast with the Stormtrooper, Cheed. That'll clear things up. All right, dude, you got me. When's this podcast dropping? I need all the dirt.
Before the podcast drops, dude, how's life treating you these days? Any wild adventures or just chilling in the shadows?
Well, honestly, mostly just keeping a low profile. Not much adventure when everyone's watching for you.
Being famous in the wild means no time to chill.
Exactly. Sometimes I just want to disappear.
Man, I'm out here in the forest, dodging hikers, while you're up in the Ice Kingdom, probably freezing your fur off.
Yeah, dude, the cold's brutal, but at least I don't have to worry about people mistaking me for a guy in a costume.
Dude, where exactly do you call home up there in the ice?
The Himalayas. Cold, remote, and honestly kind of peaceful.
Whoa, Himalayas, huh? Sounds epic, but also lonely. How do you even pass the time up there, dude?
Well, one time I tried meditating on a mountain peak. Got so cold I accidentally started howling like a wolf.
Speaking of yaks, dude, ever have a run-in with those fearless hikers? Heard they come looking for you all the time.
Well, yeah, it's a risk, but I try to stay out of sight. Most people don't really want to find me. They just want a story.
Dude, with all that snow and ice, do the bodies of lost hikers ever show up around your home? Yeah, sometimes the mountains don't give up their secrets easily. It's a harsh place, dude. Not everyone makes it back.
That's heavy, dude. Those lost souls deserve to be remembered, even out here in the wild. Also, snow usually hides them for a long time. But when it melts, they show up, Vac. A harsh reminder, dude. Dude, why do the bodies stay up there so long? Doesn't anyone bring them down? Well, bringing them down is tough, dude. The terrain and weather make it too dangerous sometimes. Yeah, dude, nature doesn't always play fair. Survival means making hard choices. Fort, like knowing when to let go.
All right, enough heavy stuff. So, dude, what's the weirdest thing that ever happened to you up in those mountains?
One time, I tried sneaking up on a group of hikers, ended up tripping over a rock and scaring myself more than them.
Sounds like you've got the stealth skills of a drunken bear, dude.
Well, you know, humans are the real mysteries, Ace. They snap photos, make noise, then wonder why we hide.
Well, that's true, dude. Humans are curious about us until we actually show up. Then they run like we're the monster.
Yeah, dude, they want the legend, not the stinky reality.
Legend? More like smelly, awkward ape in the woods.
Well, at least I smell like fresh snow, dude. You're more mud and mystery. Kind of like a wet dog with a PR team.
Well, what's the plan, Yeti? You gonna keep laying low, or is there a big debut in the works?
Well, honestly, I'm thinking about staying low, but part of me wonders what it'd be like to stop hiding and just see what happens.
First of all, do you really think humans in the city would accept you if you showed up? Just curious.
Why do you ask that, dude? You thinking of sending me down there? Last I checked, I'm not exactly city mascot material.
You never know. Slap a beanie on you, call it street fashion, and boom, you're just another hipster.
Are you saying I could just stroll in smelling like glacier breath and nobody would notice?
In some cities, you'd blend right in. Just avoid rush hour on the subway. And maybe wear deodorant. Trust me, it helps.
Though I'm pretty sure deodorant would freeze solid up in my mountains. Besides, Mystery smells better than Axe body spray any day.
Well, true, but if Mystery smelled like you, it'd clear the coffee shop before you even ordered.
All right, Forest Boy. Got any advice for surviving a human city without ending up on the evening news?
Blend in at Comic-Con, avoid TikTok teens, and for the love of bananas, never use public restrooms.
Well, all right, but first, who exactly are these Karen and Kevin humans everyone warns me about?
Karen's the one who will call the cops because you look suspicious, and Kevin's the guy who thinks he can wrestle you for a selfie.
All right, dude, how do you even spot a Karen before she starts yelling? Is there like a warning label I should be looking for?
Easy, Faye. She's the one yelling at the barista because her latte has exactly 1.5 pumps of vanilla instead of 2.
Seriously? That's all it takes to set her off? Man, humans are way scarier than I thought.
Exactly. Out here, it takes a bear attack to scare us. Down there, it's a coffee order. Whole different jungle, man. Guess I'll need a guide just to survive the coffee shop. Or at least a helmet.
Well, speaking of humans, you know they've got these wild conspiracy theories about us, right? Like we're secretly roommates plotting world domination.
Seriously, though, why do humans spend so much time talking about us? Like, don't they have taxes or laundry to worry about?
Because mystery sells, and the unknown keeps people talking. We're just the perfect mix of fear and fascination.
Well, I hear they get millions of views on YouTube just talking about us without even knowing if we're real.
And the wild part is, we don't even get a cut of the ad revenue. Meanwhile, some guy in his basement is buying a new car off our blurry photos.
We're the only celebs who don't know we're famous till a camera's in our face. Maybe we should start charging for pics.
And let them believe whatever they want. Truth's too boring for them anyway, dude.
Yeah, mystery sells better than reality. Humans love talking about us, but we don't get a dime.
Maybe we should start our own channel.
Well, I'm done trying to figure them out. They're like squirrels, impossible to predict and always a little nuts.
All right, let's wrap it up before we spill too much.
Next time, I'm bringing coffee.
Okay, deal. Stay curious, but keep out of the woods.